Victory this morning, but meanwhile, John McCain is heading for the cabin in Sedona to cook some ribs and probably wonder what might have been. Our Frank Sesno joins us now with a look at what might have cost McCain the election. What'd you come up with?
Well, several things, John. I think really it revolves around four key areas, and they go all the way back to the spring.
John McCain, the Maverick, was overshadowed by John McCain, the erratic, even on matters that were supposed to be his strong suit, foreign policy, when he made this joke.
Bomb Iran, bomb, 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 bomb. Anyway.
McCain's main dilemma was the Bush White House.
He's going to be the president who will bring determination to defeat an enemy.
An endorsement that became a curse.
I intend to have as much possible campaigning events and together as is in keeping with the president's heavy schedule.
President Bush never once campaigned alongside his party's standard-bearer. McCain tried desperately to argue he wasn't Bush, even as he argued for many of the same policies, such as the surge in Iraq.
We have succeeded, and we will win the war in Iraq. And we are winning.
It wasn't just the past tense, but the future, too, that haunted McCain. As markets tumbled and the economy heaved, the focus changed. And he asserted,
The fundamentals of our economy are strong, but these are very, very difficult times.
McCain tried to control the damage, but his critics wouldn't let him forget it. And as Congress agonized over a $700 billion bailout bill, he took another sharp turn.
Tomorrow morning, I'll suspend my campaign.
McCain came back to Washington to do the deal, take the lead, except it didn't look that way. Instead, it fed Obama's storyline that McCain was erratic and out of the loop. And of course, there was this.
The next vice president of the United States, Governor Sarah Palin of the great state of Alaska.
Sarah Palin was supposed to energize the Republican base, which had been suspicious of McCain all along, and maybe even attract some socially conservative Hillary Clinton voters. Palin did light up the base, but she also became a lightning rod for late-night laughs.
Helping the... it's got to be all about job creation.
And in the mainstream media, from interviews to wardrobe, McCain's running mate prompted endless questions about his central premise, experience, and his judgment.
We're Americans, and we never give up.
It was a candidacy that was always an uphill climb. Part personality, part politics, a climb that proved insurmountable.
Frank, I'm sorry, we got to interrupt you there because we want to go right to the State Department breaking news. Condoleezza Rice weighing in on this historic election. And, well, okay, so we missed that. So, Frank, you were about to say.
About history. We can always look back. That's easy. Now, John McCain's situation is utterly fascinating because he really wanted to run as the maverick and agent of change, and that's what he got overtaken and beaten by. Right. He wasn't the agent of change. He was the agent of looking back. All those references to Ronald Reagan, all those references to, the Bush policies that the country clearly wanted to change. Ed Rollins was saying this morning, the worst thing in the world is the morning you wake up having lost. The phone calls stop. Oh, yeah. You're not part of the story anymore. John McCain's going to have a long time to reflect on what went wrong.
All right. Frank Sesno, thanks very much for that. We just want to tell you that we did record Condoleezza Rice, so we'll be able to